let's say I had two segments here. Alright, let's call these two segments, let's say this one's AB, this one's AAB, this one's segment CD. Let's say I want to construct a segment with length 3AB minus CD. So I need to start by making a super long ray using your straight edge. Okay, when we're adding these segments, we're going to be moving to the right. So I'm going to place my golden circle on point A. I'm going to measure the length of point B. I need to figure out which hole my pencil needs to be in on the compass to make that arc that would go through point B. Okay, so remembering which hole your pencil's in on your compass, move your golden circle down to your ray, make that same arc. Okay, we just copied one segment with length AB. Now I'm going to put my golden circle here, continue adding on that length. That's 2AB. Now here's my golden circle, make that same arc. That's 3AB. So when we're adding, we move to the right. Now when we subtract, I'm going to have to move to the left. So if this is the last point, so now I need to measure the length of CD. So I'm going to put my golden circle on point C, make an arc through point D. So I'm going to figure out which hole my pencil needs to be in on the compass, so that when I make that arc, it touches point D. Okay, so we were adding, we kept moving this way, so here's my golden circle on that last endpoint there. And when we subtract, we're going to be moving to the right. So I'm going to make that same arc as before for the length of CD. The last step is super important. I need to know exactly which segment you're talking about on your ray. So if this was my final endpoint, and this is where I started, you want to bold this segment. You need to go in and label that length. That here was where it measured 3AB minus CD. Next, we can look at constructing a perpendicular bisector. You can only have perpendicular bisectors of segments. So if this is my segment, here are my endpoints. I need to put my golden circle on one endpoint, and I'm going to make an arc that's more than halfway to the other endpoint. So here's my golden circle. I find a hole on the compass that's more than halfway, and I make this huge arc. It's kind of like half of a circle. Now I put my golden circle on the other endpoint. I make that same arc. Since I made those arcs like half of a circle, they cross in two places. Here are my 2 points. I need to connect those with my straight edge. Okay, if this is a perpendicular bisector, it's a line. I need arrows on both ends. Perpendicular means it crosses at a right angle. I need to draw that in. If it bisects something, it splits the segment into 2 congruent pieces. Here's one congruent segment, here's one congruent segment. Remember that this point here, where your perpendicular bisector crossed the segment, this would be like your midpoint.